thank you for being here tonight. For our guests, please raise your hand so we can welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. Lovely, lovely. So before we begin, I just want to say, isn't this venue amazing? Yes. Isn't it? It's incredible. Thanks. So before we begin, I want to introduce Steve Mormon, who's the general manager of Sneaky Big. And he was like, do you have pictures that you can send me? And I said, well, sure. So, because they have to be high res. I'm like, oh, not from an iPhone. So I had to get a hold of LifeVantage, and of course they helped. And they sent us about 25 pictures. And then Steve, come up here, please. Thank you. He just did it all. And I just wanted to say a few words. Thank you so much for being here and for helping us tonight.
No, it's been fun. I'm not sure if you guys know Sneaky Big, but it's under the Yam umbrella, which is owned by Bob Parsons, who started GoDaddy. Then he sold GoDaddy and he went into his passion projects. One of the first ones was the Harley dealership because he loved bikes. And then he opened up other shops to make them go even faster. And then he got into buying real estate. So if you
That's called leverage income.
Exactly. So yeah, if you go on the roof and do a circle, he owns it. And then he just recently bought Westgate a couple of years ago. But he opened up Sneaky Big to be his hub because he worked with Danica Patrick for GoDaddy, and that blew up his empire. So he decided to put the studio right in the middle of all of his offices, and whenever he's doing a commercial for any of them, this is where he comes. And then I talked him into opening up for the public, and we opened up in January. We did open in 16, closed after COVID, and then they were down for 3 years, and now we're back open to the public again, doing everything from corporate, hybrid, commercials, movies. But it's been a fun run. We've been open about a year, and if anybody's ever interested, if you like what you see, feel free to reach out afterwards and get my info.
Right?
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Really Stop spreading the news. All right, the news is you're here for a reason. You're here on purpose. And thank you for being here tonight. I've been a part of LifeVantage for 13 and a half years, and I guess we'll go to the presentation. He's fixing it a little bit for me. So I've been a part of this company for 13 and a half years. I was not looking for LifeVantage when LifeVantage found me. And the next one, please. Thank you. I should have one of my consultants over here, Steve, and not you.
I'll do it.
Thanks, Jackie.
Okay, so what did I do?
Here, I'll do full screen. Okay. Full screen. Yeah, there you go. You're just gonna, and then I'll be handling it from there. Thank you. So just a little bit, I was not looking for LifeVantage when LifeVantage found me. Thank you, Carrie Williams, my 5:30 a.m. yoga student, 13 and a half years ago. I love you so much. She's the reason so many of us in Arizona are here and actually around the world. And I will never forget that day when I learned about an activator, the beautiful Protandim, a little yellow pill. You'll hear more about it with our beautiful presidential leader, Tara Wilson, who'll be speaking in just a moment. But I was on my hands and knees quietly praying for an opportunity. I didn't know what that looked like. I had quit television news. I had been a journalist for almost 20 years, and I quit that when my children were born to be home with them. I was a stay-at-home mama. I wanted to be. But I also worked a little bit, had jobs here and there, just to bring a little bit of extra income. It was always a struggle. And my husband had to start paying bills at work because he got all stressed out at home. I'm like, you do not need to do this here. So not good for our children, right? Because we learn our mindset about money as children, and that's what I did. And I learned a lack of abundance mindset as a child. LifeVantage has helped me hijack and biohack that thought. Thank you, LifeVantage. Many reasons for that. The personal growth, the development, the community. Has been absolutely extraordinary and very much of a surprise. I was very excited about the opportunity and the products, but I had no idea that I could really grow myself. and help grow others. And that's what we do. We are a movement. So whether you're here tonight to just be curious, whether you're here to learn about just the products, fantastic. Whether you're here for all of it, to learn about an opportunity where you can be the CEO of your own life and you can create a beautiful income stream that works for you while you sleep, that's the opportunity as well. Our products, the science is extraordinary. You're going to hear from our medical panel. That's my beautiful family. I love you. And let's go to the next slide. Vantage is the activation company. We're not a supplement company. We're an activation company. You're going to learn about what that is tonight. It's about activating your own DNA, activating the body's systems. So I say, hopefully you don't medicate symptoms, okay? Not to say that we cure, treat, or mitigate. We do not. But we activate the body, and the body's a miracle. So the body will do wonderful things when you give it the right tools. So that's what we have for you tonight. So the next slide is that I'm going to introduce, we will have Victor. Victor is going to be here to pull it from, he is here from corporate, and he's going to be speaking here in just a little bit as well. We also have Tara Wilson, who's going to be speaking, and you are going to, I'm just going to bring you up right now. So there, I'm going to bring you up right now. So let's go back to Victor live, and he is the sales director for Vantage, and he flew here from Salt Lake today to be here with us and to pour into this community and into this movement. So thank you so much for all that you do in corporate. We so greatly appreciate it. You give us all the tools that we need so that we can do what we need to do out there. Thank you.
Love it, thank you. I'd much rather prefer that right photo than looking at myself for sure. First and foremost, I'm a husband and a father. It's my 3-year-old Penny, it's my wife Raylyn, and absolutely love everything about Vantage. I love this industry though, first and foremost, and I'm going to tell you why. Is it okay if I get a little vulnerable here? Start off with a story. Is that better?
Yeah.
So back probably, I would say it was early 2000s, met this leader that absolutely changed the trajectory of how I viewed this industry, and has had the most profound impact. Again, I know we have some incredible people in this room, but bar none has had the most incredible impact on my life personally, and really showcases the beauty of what we really provide here, which is opportunity regardless of circumstance, regardless of where you're at. Our opportunity meets you there from a health standpoint, from a financial standpoint. And her story was one that it showcases regardless of where you're at, there's opportunity in here for everybody. And she was recently divorced at the time, fresh out of divorce. I think she had her first kid at 16. So she had an 8 and a 5-year-old, 8-year-old little boy, 5-year-old little girl. And she was in government housing, Section 8, and just gone through a really bad divorce. Only work experience, again with no GED, no diploma, was in like a grocery store deli. So prospective opportunities out there for her was very limited or slim in her eyes of like, hey, what am I qualified to go into? Like, I know that I love connecting with people, and that was the one thing that she needed that someone else picked up on and spent some time developing, was her ability to connect. To go out, and regardless of who you were, she could go out and find the solution that fit based on where you were at. On the totem pole of the societal spectrum, the highest people that she talked to, with $1 million earners to the brand new person trying to get started that was a single mom in her shoes, she can connect with everybody in that spectrum. And one thing that I loved is what it did for her and her kids. Like, it truly had this massive impact for them in their lives, where she was driving, I think it was like an '89 Cutlass Supreme Oldsmobile. The headliner was like falling off, not a whole lot Supreme about it. You had to hold the door just right so that it didn't come off when you shut it. Had to duct tape the back window so that it didn't fall down in the winters. But also bringing in Christmas for her family. Like, having the community bring that Christmas in and all the presents for her kids. Now being able to provide something that gave her the ability and opportunity to go out and do that for them. And that individual was my mom. So at a very young age, I was 8, and we were in a really bad position. And I got to see and witness that firsthand, that, again, external circumstances, they do not define where we're at or what's in front of us or opportunity out there. And having such an incredible role model, utilizing this vehicle in direct sales and network marketing to get there was such an advantage. I had stepping into the corporate side when I did. I've been in the the corporate side for 15 years. And just the life that I've been able to create for myself, for my family. You guys see my wife and daughter on the right, on your guys' right. It's absolutely unbelievable. And I could not be more grateful to have found LifeVantage. I was at a $1 billion company prior to this, and people ask me, like, why did you leave? Things were going well, my region was growing, working with a ton of different incredible people. The opportunity here that came up that I saw firsthand from the outside looking in, right? The investments were made in the right areas. We were making at that last company I was with an investment in the area of how we sharpened up our skills in the comp plan. And those changes had already been done here 3 years ago to set us in the right trajectory and put us in a position to win. And that was another checkbox for me. Okay, we have science-backed data that proves our products work. Check. We're making investments in the right area. Check. One piece I haven't told you, I was at my first company for 10 years, and it was sold overnight, kind of out from all of us. None of us had an idea in the world that it was going to be sold. And it got liquidated, and a much bigger company purchased it, and that kind of was my end. So financial transparency was a really big piece for me when I was looking at this from the opportunity standpoint. I know exactly where we're at as a company, and that is such a peace of mind that it gives me of not only where we're at, but also seeing the investments that we're making to make sure that we're set up for the long term. So many pieces that fell into place that really made this, it was a no-brainer for me to come over. And icing on the cake, our leadership, our culture, our people that we have here, it's been an incredible transition for me. I started at the end of January, so couldn't be more grateful to be here with you guys. But with that, we'll go ahead and I touched on some of these pieces, financially transparent. So Steve Fife is our CEO, Visionary Leadership. And 3 years ago, when they started making these big changes, it was when Steve really stepped into the helm of LifeVantage and running it as CEO. And making sure that that foresight of where we're going, it was matched with the right investments on our side to set us up for it. Financially transparent, highly recognized, obviously lots of publications that have done pieces on us. The studies alone, I won't get into them because again, I haven't been here for long enough to memorize how many have been done. But you're gonna hear a lot about that from a medical panel, from Tara Wilson, our presidential, just on the validation that continues to come with how science-backed all of our products are, that they truly work. And accredited by our peers, so we have the Legacy Foundation, which I love because we give back as well. So all of our big events, our incentives that we do, there's always an arm of that with philanthropy work and giving back to people. And making sure that we're doing something to not only benefit all of us, but also those that we can reach out in the world that need some support. And then LifeVantage Healthcare, that's another category creator that we were one of the first to do that. The only company that I knew of prior to coming over was the one I was with that actually had launched this, which was a multi-billion-dollar company, and getting ahead of the curve and making sure we have these pieces in place, which this healthcare position that we take is really giving opportunity for entrepreneurs, brick and mortar business owners to go out and find a really affordable healthcare plan that fits their needs when they're sourcing that on the independent market, which is a really big advantage. So, go to the next slide. So, the industry rewards innovation. That is absolutely why we're here today, right? The innovation of NRF2, Pro Tandem, the innovation of what our science is backed with where we're currently at in our offering and how we continue to move forward. This industry is home to some of the biggest innovations in the health and wellness space. So you guys will see vitamins, aloe vera, what else do we have? Protein, juice wars, weight loss challenges that we see all over the place now. That was started here in direct sales, which is incredible. The greatest piece of that and the advantage that it gives us is word of mouth marketing, right? You have to have something that truly works, not just an innovation, because this, again, those that know how we started, our product was originally on GNC shelves, right? But it wasn't flying off of them. It wasn't in the right space, given to the people and put in the right hands to go out and share what this is about, to take it to the masses, which is absolutely why we're here today. So our cutting edge innovation with Pro Tandem NRF2, gut health is next. So you guys, I'm sure, have heard about Love Biome. Raise your hand. Yes. Awesome. And it has been so incredible to see companies now reaching out and really searching for us and how we're set up. Because of the validation of our products, because of the science-based approach that we take, there's companies now looking at what we have and how we're set up to partner and lock arms. And that was just what happened with Love Biome. They took the same activation approach with gut peptides to activate the gut with their P84 product that now is available through Vantage. And they really saw quickly that that was in tandem or in parallel exactly what they were shooting for, just us being a little bit further down that road. So being able to set all of their people up for success, partnering with us and opening the doors of opportunity for them has been so incredible to see. I work with their entire team, all of our top leadership that's coming over from Love Biome. What I love is the energy. Like the energy that it's absolutely injected to everybody, regardless of where you're at, you feel it, especially how many of you were in Dallas? Who felt that energy?
Big time.
Massively.
Big time.
Massively. How many of you guys love Tamia? Andrea, oh my gosh, like that was dynamite. And it's just the right culture also that we've created here. It's attracted that exact same culture that we found at Love Biome with all their consultants that are coming over now. And it's a beautiful thing. So rapidly growing is our gut health space that we're stepping into, which absolutely gives us another massive arm into something that we really didn't have an arm into, and opens up another door of opportunity for all of us with gut health. And such a cutting edge story with the Healthy Edge now that we've come out with. You guys have seen her hopefully purchase that pack with the P84 and NRF2. So what I've seen also going out and doing events, I was in Oklahoma with Tamia. It is so simple to understand now when it comes from the health standpoint, oxidative stress, gut health, and taking a proactive approach on getting ahead of so many different things that are out there that all lead back to those two sources. And now having something that we can combat that with, you guys have heard the offense and defense approach and messaging that we've had pretty loudly throughout kind of all of Vantage. That's really what we're talking about, the offense and defense of having P84, but also our P Pro Tandem NRF2, and making sure that we can hit that from both angles for people, and it becomes a no-brainer. So absolutely love that, but it's rapidly growing. It's $14.4 billion today, 32.4 by 2034 or 2035. And it just happens that we're in all the regions that it's growing in, North America, Europe, Asia Pacific, where our products are. So being able to capitalize on both those points is such a massive opportunity right now for people coming in, but also people that are currently in and what space that we're stepping into. So adding to our activation approach, how many of you guys love Lisa Barnes, hearing from her at Dallas, or even on some of the recent trainings from the science and really what they're doing with our R&D team and our product team, continuing to have clinicals done on our products. P84 is next. So they've already started down the road of getting clinicals done with our P84, but also the synergy that brings, taking that with NRF2 and making sure that we have those clinical data points to back, hey, these truly work. And not just with that, with a host of other products that we're running clinicals on, which I absolutely love. And again, it's not just writing a trend, but truly leading the way. So spoke about this a little bit. Our differentiator, one of our greatest products, because honestly, it's why all of us are here. Our products are science-backed and second to none. But without our Revolve compensation plan and what we've done to set that up correctly here, none of us would be here. How many of you guys got invited here tonight as a guest? I missed that part, and we already covered it. Awesome. Perfect. So how many of you guys got invited to an event because of a product story? I would hope to see everybody's hands. Absolutely. And that's the beauty of this, going out and sharing with somebody else, but regardless of the path, making sure that we're set up for people that just want to go and do customer gatherings, have a massive reach, and they can bring in a ton of customers that want to get started in the product, or people that want to take the traditional approach and building a network marketing and developing a team, building leadership. We're so well set up and positioned to absolutely capture both that it's honestly been one of the biggest drivers outside of the products to bring people in from outside the industry, from in the industry, affiliates, influencers, people that have traditionally built to find a home here because of what we've done. So product and other stuff on to activate. Again, such an incredible opportunity that we have here with being publicly traded, and we're thriving. Like the growth speaks for itself. And I either kick it back to you, or I'm going to intro our incredible presidential leader, Tara Wilson. So I've had the opportunity to travel with Tara, do some events with her, and from what I've seen in this 15 years of being in this space, Tara is the top of the top when it comes to being able to connect with someone, doing that in a natural way where it's seamless, making sure that she can find the root of that pain point that people do have and how to get started, but also leading the way and never shying away from doing the hard work of staying here and continuing to grow. So with that, I will turn it over to our presidential, Tara Wilson.
Awesome. Okay, we're gonna do a selfie, is that okay? Oh, yeah. Because it doesn't happen unless you're on the gram, right? Oh, that's so cute. Okay, ready? Woo! Let's go. Okay, so again, one time if you're a brand new guest hearing about LifeVantage for the first time, put your hand up really, really high, really high. Really high, really high. Now take it and tap the person who brought you and say, thank you. So my name is Tara Wilson, I'm a presidential, but I wasn't born one. So everything that I have learned, and what it means for those of you who are new is that my organization does at least $1 million a month in sales or more. So it's pretty significant. This is my beautiful family, and I flew in all the way from Paradise Valley, about 3 miles down the road. I know, I got some neighbors here, Dr. Nancy Bryan lives like 2 miles from me. Where's Dirk? Dirk, can they be out here?
Oh, no, they're in the Maldives.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But this is my family. I have a 16-year-old. My daughter to the left is a 19-year-old. My son is 25. And my husband, my other kid is 47. But I've been in this profession now for 18 and a half years. And I got into it in March of 2007. I was a wholesale mortgage rep. I knew nothing about health or wellness or antioxidants or oxidative stress, a few things you're going to hear tonight. But what I did see is that people are getting more and more unhealthy. Do you all see that? Yeah. Despite all of the education, the products, the food changes, the supplements, we are getting sicker and sicker. And then in 2012, I lost my mom at 65 of cancer, which just added fuel to my fire of wanting to help people get healthy through products and education. Because you can't take a magic pill. As great as our products are and the science and everything, you just can't just pop a pill and expect your life to change. You're going to need to make, changes. Like I always say, weight loss. I was in weight loss prior to this for 5 years. Weight loss is not a matter of a product. Do we all really, truly deep down know how to lose weight? Yeah. You just need to put less in here, right? And that's it. You need to eat healthy foods. But it's when people make the decision to change their life, to get healthy, to lose weight, that's when it happens. And so for me, I was working full time at the time. My daughter, my beautiful daughter, the tall one, the taller, well, they're all tall, my husband's giant. She was 1 and my son was 7. The little one wasn't born yet. And I had a great job. In today's dollars, I think I converted this, I was making about $180,000 a year. I wasn't poor. My husband also was making money, but I never saw those faces. I got up every day to an alarm clock, dropped them off at their daycare, their nanny, their school, and then it was in the rat race. And I was happy because I didn't know what else was out there. I always knew I wanted more, but I wasn't creative enough to I wasn't an inventor. And I just didn't have any great invention ideas. And I didn't have the capital to start a big business. So when I saw network marketing and I met people my first year that were just like me with no experience, and they had unusual success. And I'm talking about, and again, this is $2,007 is about 1.5 times today. Making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year their first year, I was like, wow, if I could just do a fraction of that, it would change my life because then I could wake up and be a mom and an entrepreneur. And within 6 months of my first company, with no experience, I was able to quit my job. And I have never looked back since 2007. And so my hope for you, because this was where I was in March of 2007, I was sitting in a seat just like you, listening to someone just like me, is that I want you to know that yes, I have a degree from Berkeley. Yes, I know a lot of science, and I will try not to regurgitate it onto you tonight. I will try to keep it so you can understand it. Is that anyone can do this. You don't have to have any experience, any degrees, any letters after your name, like many people. There's got a lot of people with letters after their names. That anyone can do this if you have a desire to help people. If you want to make the world a better, healthier place, then this is for you. Whether you just want to share it with a few people, go ahead, Marisa, or you want to share it with a lot of people. So I'm going to talk about a few of our activators. Before I do, isn't this a sexy lineup? So I want to tell you that every month, why are you laughing? Are you laughing? I get to shop from my store. How many women in here were already using a good skincare, right? Okay, well, I get to shop my own skincare from my own store. And I know that it's clean, it's organic, It's clinically proven, it's patented, and I know it's going to deliver results because there's a lot of patents and a lot of science. And I know that our supplements will give you a slow release amount of supplements that you actually need, and it's bioavailable, which means it's actually not going to pee it out, excuse my language. And I know that our liquid collagen activates in an 8-week clinical human study showing that it activates your collagen. We'll talk about that by 100%. So do you know what that means? It's doubling the amount of collagen in your body, the most abundant protein in your body. So when I look at this and our Protandim, our cellular activators, our Axio, which clearly works, our daily wellness that we innovated during COVID, right, to help people boost their immune system. I will say this, as entrepreneurs, how many people consider themselves an entrepreneur at any level, 1 to 10? Okay, good, you're in the right room. Entrepreneurs don't sell products, we solve problems. Do people have gut health issues, hair issues, skin issues, cellular issues, joint issues, you know, all of these things, right? So what I look at is we're giving people some really incredible science-backed solutions to help them with the problem they already had before you knew them. So don't celebrate like, oh, you have arthritis, yay! Just be like, yay, I can help you. Not that we make any claims to prevent, treat, cure, diagnose, mitigate any disease, but if one of the main pathogenesis, you know what it means? Pathogenesis means what leads to the creation of the disease is oxidative stress, and we lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. Do you think it would make a difference? Say yes. Yes. And that's what got me here. So go ahead, next slide. And by the way, I just looked at these like 5 minutes ago. Okay. So 10 years ago, 10/10, like October 10th, was my 10-year anniversary with Vantage, a very special anniversary. And I came here, there was skincare, this cellular activator, and 2 flavors of Axio, our energy drink. That's it. Today we have an entire wellness store. We just acquired a new company and started selling November 4th an activated gut product. But I came here for this because I found out from my amazing friend, Carrie Dickey, that this product is 5 herbs, God's pharmacy, that activates your own antioxidants. How many people like blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, kale? And if you don't like kale, the best way to cook kale is you just cook it up in some coconut oil and just slide it into the trash. I'm just kidding, I grow kale, I know. But you eat these, why? 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 They're good for you. Why are they good for you? They have what? Antioxidants. It's great news. A serving of blueberries, you know, I don't know, I shop at Whole Paycheck. It's about this big for the little blueberries, right? What is it? It's organic. Shout out number. $5.99, $6.99? $7.99. Okay, let's just go with $6. That's 2 servings of blueberries. 1 serving of blueberry has a 7,000 aura, which means oxygen radical absorbance capacity. It means it's going to neutralize 7,000 bad guys. Sounds amazing until you realize you have 37 trillion cells and they all have bad guys. So when I learned that this literally turns on your antioxidants by the millions per second, all day, every day, what is a better solution? Spending $5 on blueberries or turning on your own antioxidants that don't get churned up by the stomach and they're coming from within? What do you think is more effective? Exactly. So that's why I got involved in this product, because I thought, this is going to change people's life. And what does it do? It lowers oxidative stress. When I joined 10 years ago, there was about 500 studies on PubMed, the National Library of Medicine, where some people go to publish important peer-reviewed papers. There were 500 studies on the topic of NRF2. So what this is an NRF2 activator. It's a protein messenger that binds to the DNA, blah, 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 blah. It turns on your antioxidants. Do you know, the other day I looked, and 2 years ago I looked, there were 16,000 studies. Today there's 34,000 studies on NRF2. Do you think they would be studying that if it wasn't important? Right, because Washington State University said a couple years ago, NRF2 activation, turning on your own antioxidants and lowering your own oxidative stress, is the most extraordinary, therapeutic, and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. This is why I got involved, okay? So you all have cellular stress. Who wants to lower it by 40% in 30 days? This is what you need, okay? 1,000,000 times more powerful than anything you can eat. That's why I got involved. So, you know, people always say, Oh, I eat really good, Tara, and I manage my stress, and I exercise. I'm like, ma'am, if you were eating broccoli sprouts as they were coming out of the ground and working out and doing yoga 17 hours a day, it doesn't matter because you will never out-eat your environment. I always tell people you're going to have to take things your grandparents never heard of because you live in an environment they don't live in. They were not bombarded with glyphosate and BPAs. And don't get me started on every chemical in our air, in our food, in our water. We are the only species on Earth that sprays our food with poison so that other animals won't eat it, and then we eat it. God help us. So you're not going to get, people have bad diets, they have stress, they're on medication, they have aging. And aging is nothing more than the progressive accumulation of this cellular stress. That's what ages you. So our government, the National Institute of Aging, which is one of the divisions of the National Institute on Health, studied our product, the little blue bottle you just saw, for 10 years. And they studied 3 ingredients separately that were in that bottle, and none of them extended life in the mice except for our product by 7%. What could you do with an extra 7% of life? Because it's not about how many years we have in our life, it's about how much life we have in our years. I don't want to be 90 and not be able to sit and have a conversation or be able to walk or drive or be part of my family. This is why I take these products every day, because I can't outlive the environment. As much as I do with organic, you go outside and breathe, you pump gas, all of these things that are contributing this. So, biologically, it feels like the body is doing the same work it always has, just less efficiency and slower. And of course, every decade, I see some people that are my age or maybe a little aged more. Isn't it true, like 30, 40, 50, what? 60, they just all of these milestones, do they seem like they get progressively more problems? Well, that's because you are accumulating oxidative stress. And what does that feel like? It feels like brain and cognition, slower processing feed. I call it mom brain. I have 3 kids, and my daughter will tell me something 10 minutes later, big. Wait, what? If you tell me your name and I ask you 4 times, it's just mom brain. But less clarity and focus. How many people have had, working out, you're slower to recover. You have more stiffness, lots of muscle mass. Every decade you're going to lose more muscle. Metabolism, slower energy, hormonal shifts, cellular, renewal, all of these things accumulating is leading to all of the problems that we have, right? So you're going to have life come at you every day, but now we have something for you to combat it. And it's different than taking vitamins. We have vitamins, by the way. It is different. You are activating what is already in your body that goes dormant as you age. Do you understand, collagen, for example? Do we have a collagen site? Okay, we'll talk about this. Yeah, we'll get to that. Collagen, for example, from the time you are 20 years old, you lose an average of 1 to 2% of your collagen every year. You know what collagen is? Sagging skin. But here's what I have to ask you. If you have wrinkles, do you know what your heart looks like? Do you know what your gut looks like? Do you know what your brain is? That is just the outward appearance of your oxidative stress. If you have wrinkles, how many people know someone smoked? No judgment, my mom and dad have smoked. My mom died of lung cancer. How many people that smoke cigarettes? Do they not look 15 to 20 years older? Because every single puff of cigarettes is 1 billion free radicals. You are aging yourself. Do you understand? People that are working in the sun without protection or in mines or around chemicals, they age faster. This will literally slow the aging process from a cellular level. Okay? So, I'm excited because kind of out of nowhere, our company decided to buy another company, which is amazing. So we bought a little gut health company. I will tell you this. How many people ever have gas, bloating, digestion issues? Everyone's great, everyone's fine. You can eat beans and yours is fine. Well, our guts aren't healthy. And part of it is the glyphosate and the folic acid and the herbicides, the pesticides, the fungicides, all the wonderful things in our air and our water and our food. But even if you try, you drink coffee, not good for your gut. You drink sparkling water, not good for your gut. You drink alcohol, really not good for your gut. You take processed foods, horrific for your gut. You think, Eating bread is healthy. Let me just tell you, spoiler, there's no such thing as healthy bread. Sourdough is the tallest midget, and I don't mean that rudely, but it's like the best of the worst. There's no such thing as healthy bread. Because every time you take a piece of wheat and you grind it down into 1,000,000 pieces, now your insulin has to interact with 1,000,000 pieces instead of a few. Do you make that, it's not good for your insulin. And everything rises and falls on insulin. But your gut needs a diversity. And UCLA did a study a few years ago, and the most commonly consumed fruits and vegetables in the United States, this is so sad, but you're gonna know it's true, tomatoes in the form of ketchup, and potatoes in the form of French fries. How sad is that? And I know we're sitting with an amazingly healthy group of people because you wouldn't be here, but try to think about the 99%, because McDonald's wouldn't be in business if that weren't the case. It wouldn't be doing billions a year, right? So our guts are being bombarded by everything we do, our bad lifestyles. And they say 70 to 90 million people have bad guts. I think that's just what's diagnosed, because young kids, unless you have some crazy environmental factors or some genetics, it usually takes till you're an adult for the compounding effects of all this stuff to happen, to really rear its ugly head. And then you've got autoimmune disorders, you've got leaky gut, and a whole host of things that come with that. Do you guys know, I just read 4 gut health books because I'm a nerd, so I wanted to know about this. Do you know your gut lining is 1 cell wide? So you know how fragile that is. It's about 1/100th of a piece of saran wrap. 1 cell wide. And it's about, if you laid it all out, it's about as big as a tennis court. So you're talking about a very important part of our body. 70+% of your immune system, all your dopamine, your serotonin, your hormones, everything rises and falls on the gut. What was it? Hippocrates said, all disease starts in the gut. 2,000 years ago, we got the keys to the kingdom and we ignored them. Now we're all disease starts in the gut. It was a new idea, right? But what happens is people think about it, how many people have had 7 to 10 unique fruits and vegetables today?
I did. I had 4.
I did, because we went to church. Yeah. Well, okay, cheater. It just blew my punch. No, for real, how many people? Okay, so not many of you. And you should have about 30 unique plants a week. 30 unique plants a week. Probably some of you can't even name more than 10. What are they? Lettuce, tomato, potatoes, broccoli, apples, bananas, blueberries. Right? Cucumbers, tomatoes.
Donuts.
Pineapple.
Yeah. How many people are choking down Jerusalem artichoke every day? Or bok choy, or however many things. So what this does is, it is a formula, and I truly wish everyone could hear the owner of the company said, in his 70s, he said, I would walk to my wife's cupboard and I opened it up. How many of you are guilty of this? And it's just 50 bottles of supplements and powders and this and that. What? Because we're piecemealing together. And he said, there's got to be a better way. So for 2 years, he sourced good ingredients from all over the world. And it's called P84, but actually the last count, there was 92 ingredients in it. Whoops. But we're talking about over 40, I think there's the next slide, 40 different ingredients. So you're getting diversity, right? Everybody's body's different, right? So be on the look for positive results. Some of you may have bloating at first. If you bloat, let me just tell you this, it means your gut is leaky. Keep doing it, but also help yourself. How many people have ChatGPT? If you don't, get it. It's the best. It's like an assistant. A week ago, it's Wednesday, 9 days ago, I was in the emergency room with a kidney infection.
Oh.
Yeah. Had antibiotics. Thursday, I decided to go to London and speak at their event and back. And so I was fine. I'm fine because I went to ChatGPT and I said, tell me how to get rid of a kidney infection as quickly as possible. Give me every food I should have, every food I shouldn't have, every supplement I have, and every supplement I shouldn't have. And there was a couple online Vantages that they're like, just wait till you're done, to have this. Don't have caffeine. The NAD, they said if you're going to do it, it's going to dehydrate you because it's cleaning out your cells. You need more water. So there's a few. And I did everything I could, and here I am 9 days later, completely healed from a very serious kidney infection. Why? Because it was a decision. I did everything it took. Well, that's kind of how I approach this product, is that you got to take it every day, but you also have to make changes in your diet. You can't expect any one product to be the save-all, but will it give you a healthy edge? Yes. I believe that with our cellular activator and the world's first gut activator, which will help to you know, restore your gut. This is probably, I don't know, what would you say, Brett, 90% of the battle right here? And your supplements, your food, all of the healthy choices, because how many people have ever like, I'm eating salads and I'm not drinking alcohol and I'm not drinking soda, but I'm hitting the gym and I'm meditating, but I'm still not losing weight. Anybody out there like that? You know someone like that? That's because your gut isn't healthy. You have got to get your gut healthy. So along with this, you might want to Google, you can look at Dr. Gundry's list. He's a cardiologist. He said, I've never had a cardiovascular patient that I could not cure when I changed their diet and healed their gut. Think about that. That is our #1 killer, folks. He's never had a patient he couldn't cure of cardiovascular disease, our #1 killer, by changing their diet and healing their gut. If that doesn't make you excited, I don't know what will. Because I don't know about you, but I want to live a long, healthy life. So this is going to help your gut with diet, stress, aging, lack of sleep, right? How many people have brain fog, low energy, poor sleep, poor immunity, poor digestion, right? These are the things that this is going to help. Again, we don't claim to make cure, but if you do this and you change your diet a little bit and you do a gut-friendly diet, in the next 30 to 60 days, you can have a completely different health, a completely different immune system, a completely different mental clarity, and get the healthy edge, right? So again, make your antioxidants naturally, and then turn on your second brain. These are producing key peptides, and if you are very interested in the science, we did a preliminary study where we show, I think, 16 different peptides that is turned on so much, some of this 1,000% to restore and repair your gut, and regulate, repair, and restore your gut by taking these products once a day. We are just also studying, isn't it true they just started a human study with these 2 products that will be announced in April?
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully April, but we're studying a human clinical trial on both these because it is all about restoring your cells, getting your system aligned, and making your body healthier because your body knows how to heal itself. Nothing heals your body. You know, congratulations to, what's the big pharma company? 175 years in business and has never cured a patient. I hate, yes, I hate pharmaceutical companies. Okay. Sorry. Did I say that out loud?
You're good, no.
No, I had to take antibiotics. It's the first time I've taken antibiotics and I don't even know how old. I told myself I would literally have to be dying or have gangrene to take them, but a kidney infection is a serious life-threatening medical condition. I did not screw around. My daughter had a kidney infection in May and almost died. She got septic and was in the hospital fighting for her life for 4 days. So when I heard I had kidney infection, I'm like, whatever you want, pump me full of antibiotics. And I took more Tylenol and Advil in the last week than I've taken in the last 5 years combined. Because I believe you can turn on your body's anti-inflammatory pathways and you won't ever need that garbage again. Okay, so this is one of our newest stacks because we just launched the Fido, the P84 on November 4th, so it's available. But again, it's going to give you all the things you need for a healthy gut and healthy cells. All right, and then of course, we can't skip over the fact that our activators, so activators mean turning on what's already in you. So our NRF2 activates your NRF2, our P84 activates your peptides, and our collagen, liquid collagen activates your own collagen production. So yes, we give you collagen, so you're replenishing, but you're also maintaining, we turn off a gene that breaks down collagen, so you're maintaining more collagen and then we activate it. There's 2 different genetics tests showing that we activate your own collagen, so you're making it within. And again, it's the most abundant protein in the body, and it's not just hair, skin, and nails, right? If I always tell people, if your hair and your skin and your nails are improving, what do you think is going on inside? Those are just the only cells you can see. You get that? So your gut, even your bones, your joints, I know people think your bones are just a bunch of empty whatever. It's not. Your bone is, your collagen is important in the bones, in the joints. Like how many people have had some great results from the collagen alone? Yeah, look around. Yeah, exactly. Knee pain for me. But anyway, there's just a couple things, but we have thousands of these for people that have taken before and after, and just absolutely, it's incredible. Because it works. And then Axio, about 200+ million Americans look for something to help them get awake, stay awake, and function all day. Because why? because we're overworked, we're tired, we're stressed, our environment, right? People didn't chug coffee like they did 200 years ago. But I love Axio because it's natural, no artificial colors, flavor, sweeteners. I think it's 15 calories. It's got a 250% of your B12, which is very important for even meat eaters, non-meat eaters. One of the things is people, even because of the cows and the way they're raised, people aren't getting enough B12. I don't know if you know that's a thing. But this gives you 250%, and it supports mental clarity. There's DMAE, which you can look up, gives you mental clarity, focus, and it's a nootropic, which is a buzzword, but it helps you have brain energy. And without the jitters or crashes. See, I love coffee. My husband makes beautiful pour-over coffee, right, Angie? You've had it. But here's the thing. An hour later, I have jitters, and then I crash. And I hate that feeling, that weird, like, empty. You guys know what I'm talking about? So I've been drinking these for 10 years. All right. So before we go on, I'm only going to talk about the business for about 5 minutes at the end. I want to invite some of the most incredible people here in our community that have, not only fallen in love with the products, but have decided to incorporate them in their practices. Dr. Brett Brimhall, Dr. Janet Klein, Dr. Bly Hatch, Sharon LaBroca, nurse practitioner. Oh, hey, someone get the chairs. They're going to come up now.
No.
Oh, no, not now? Oh, this is going to be after. Oh, so you don't want to miss this. It's going to be in a few minutes. Dr. Nancy Bryan. I mean, look at all these people. Isa, esthetician, dietitian, nutritionist, Joanne. So they're going to come up in a few minutes, but I'm just going to say one thing. In 2007, like I said, I wasn't poor. I always tell people I am not a rags to riches story. Some people are like, oh, I got to find people who are in debt that want to make money. No. The person that you want to talk to about this business is the person who understands business, who understands that you have a life-extending product. Do you have that available in your store right now, Brandon?
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 No, we do not have it.
You don't have that? Wouldn't it be cool to be able to share that with the world, and every time someone orders from someone that was linked to you, you get paid for the rest of your life? When I heard that, I thought, wow, well, why wouldn't everyone do this? Because I was working full time with 2 small kids. I didn't have time, but I carved out a couple hours a week to be able to do this, and it changed my life, because here I am, 18 years later. And so I want to just go briefly, I don't know what it says, but here's the thing. All we do is share products that I use almost every single one of our products. I don't use one just because I don't like the way it tastes. So I use all of our products. And it's okay if you don't want to use all of our products, it's fine. But I have, how many products do you have, 30? I have 30 products I'm in love with, and I look and I always tell them, can you give us more to order? Because every month I would love to buy everything from toothpaste to eye drops from my own store. But maybe in the future. But that's okay. So I share products, we build and grow a team, and we can lead a movement. So, again, we're not going to go too much into this. You can build a customer. You can sell this to friends and earn up to 30 to 40% commissions every month that they order for the rest of your life. Okay? You can also build a team if you'd like, and there's all kinds of bonuses, which someone will explain if you decide to partner with us. I'll just tell you that there's money for real. If people, and there are several 6- and 7-figure earners in this room. So if you want to build a business, there is an opportunity. Whether you want to make $500 a month or $500,000 a month, there's an opportunity here for you. It's just up to you. Whether you want to incorporate it into practice or just, be a TikTok influencer or just share it with friends and family like I did, right? And you can get commission. I will get commission on everybody who orders from my team and is connected to my team every day for the rest of my life, even if I stop working today. Do you understand that? So that's what's called leverage income, and that's what I loved about this, is I can build a business, build a network, teach people, educate people about our incredible products, help them set up a little storefront, which you get for free, help you just, decide whether you want to do it online, offline, or both, and get paid for sharing these products with the people that you love. That's it. Okay. All right, I don't know what this means. And then, so here is the average month. Oh, this is so cool. I've never seen it so big. I feel like Vanna White. So, up here, this is the average commission by rate. So, I mean, an SC1 is doing about $6,000 a month in sales. Now, this is the average, right? Where a managing consultant one is doing about 10,000 a month in team sales. Not all by themselves, they may be doing 1,000 of that in their team. So 20,000 a year. Executive consultant one, this is about 80,000 a month in sales. This is a 6-figure income. You know, this is 180,000 a year. How many people can use 180,000 a year by building a team that did $80,000 a month in sales? How many people are here are EC1 or higher? Raise your hand and wave them so people can hear it. Look around. So there are real people right here doing it. This is a real thing. Down to presidential. I don't make quite that much, but it's almost. And this is monthly, okay? I never knew when I started this 18 and a half years ago that this would be possible, but it is possible. So you have the option to grow your team as big as you want. You get paid for the efforts you put in, and that's it. And by the way, have you ever met someone that makes $100,000 a month that could have started their business for $250? How many business owners are here that spent at least $100,000 starting their business? Anybody? Oh, yeah? Okay, Sharon, wellness probably? What kind of a business?
Yes, wellness.
Yeah, 100,000. Did you make that back the first day?
Absolutely not.
How long, it's still trying, how many years?
5.
5. Okay, yep, go ahead.
200,000 just for the tenant improvements for my salon.
Oh, okay,
Just open the door.
right. So it's kind of funny that people are like, oh, network marketing. It works, guys. I'm here living proof. I am living proof that it works. I am a normal gal. Like I said, I'm a presidential, but I wasn't born one. I just learned how to do this. I learned how to talk to people. 18 and a half years ago, had I sat in front of these 7 people, I broke out in hives. You guys are seeing me 18 and a half years into my career. I promise you, I wasn't as cool and I was way more nervous. But I had to get through that, and I learned a conversation, and I learned about an industry. I've read probably 20 books on the topic of network marketing over the last 18 years. Why? Because I was an employee. If you want to, is anybody a lawyer in here? A doctor? Okay, lawyer, okay. Did you just like, oh, I might be a lawyer, it's gonna be a side hustle, just do it, I'll just take a class here and there. No, you had to go to school for 4 years, and then you had to go to law school, and then you had to pass the bar, like, you know, and then you had to go and work for people and work your way up, right? Everything worthwhile takes time and an investment. So don't let this like make you like jaded. Yes, you can start a business and do what I do for $250. But let me just tell you, there is no limit to how much you can earn. Do you understand? $131,000 a month was the average of the top rank. How many people that would probably pay all your bills? A month, right? And then I will tell you, go ahead to the next slide, our most expensive business path, the most you could spend to get involved with us is $1,000. You get $1,700 or $1,500 worth of products and event tickets, like a few $100s in event tickets that you can go and learn. You know, I always tell people, have anyone ever owned a franchise in here? You guys know how much a McDonald's franchise costs? $1.5 to $2 million per franchise. Yeah. Well, I mean, but there's a market. If there's a market for McDonald's, do you think there's a market for this stuff? But $1,000. And even if you didn't build a business and you just took all of this product, you would still have $1,000 tax write-off, which whatever tax bracket you are, you're getting, you know, that percentage. You have 30% tax bracket, you're getting $300 back. And you have all that product that you can change and use to improve your health. There is no downside to joining, even if you do nothing, by the way. You understand that? So this is the ugliest it gets. How many people would love to start a business for $250 to $1,000 and there is literally no cap to the income you can make? That's why I fell in love with network marketing, and that is why I'm still here 18 and a half years later. I don't know what's next. Okay, that's all I've got. But anyway, if anyone decides to join as a customer, and by the way, we love our customers. I have 9 customers for every consultant on my team. So if there's something you just want to be a consumer, we love you, we appreciate you, we want you to change your life. But if you'd like to partner with us, get back to the person who invited you here and just have a real conversation. And, you know, read some books about network marketing. I'm happy to reach out to me. My name's Tara Wilson. You can find me on Instagram, I am Tara Wilson, or Facebook, Tara Wilson. Ask me my 5 favorite books. And I will tell you, because everything you do rises and falls on the value and the information you have. You can make yourself an extraordinary network marketing. But we're giving away our free daily wellness, and this is great because it's got vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, elderberry, and fermented yeast, which has 11 human clinical studies that shows it increases your immune system within 1 hour. So every time I'm traveling or around a lot of people, shaking a lot of hands, or on airplanes, I take this. And you know when you go to bed at night, you're like, oh, I think I'm getting sick. You expect to wake up in the morning full-blown sick. You take this, I promise you, you wake up fine the next day. This stuff is magic. And we formulated it, right, Nancy, during COVID. It was one of our COVID products, and it really works. But you get this free if you come in as a consultant or a customer and order $200. So thank you guys for this. And what do we get? Please welcome our incredible science medical panel. Give a big round.
Do you want water? I have some extra water. Sure.
Thank you.
I can't lift, otherwise.
Something I didn't know.
How are you, beautiful?